Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, guys and gals. Today, well, first of all, let me just say, it's been a while. It's been about a week or so since I made a new video. Just been very busy, guys. Nothing major, nothing serious, nothing bad, just family stuff. But yeah, nothing bad there. Just just had a lot of stuff going on, a lot of events I need to take care of. I got 4 kiddos, so I got a lot of things going on at all times. So, anyways. What we're doing today, as the video suggests, we are doing a double flawless all the way through. As you see, I'm using Kano for that. And yeah, you're just going to watch me. Basically, you're going to see what I'm doing the whole game through. The first character, I do a lot more jump kicks because they'll tend to not let me do what I really need to do. I need to throw them a lot. Okay, so since he hit me already, I go ahead and just let him finish me off. And that's just it. That's what this kind of playthrough is. So even though I do get double flawless on every person in this game, all the way through, there are some rounds that I still lost, which means I have to let them kill me, and then I have to do the next round. So I have to win the next 2 rounds, actually, in this case. But there's the first one right there. Like I said, the first guy, so what I do, since I had this one very hard, they tend to throw the projectiles at me when I'm a certain distance away, just like that, just like you saw right there. But the first person doesn't always do that. So just to make it a little easier myself, I use a lot more jump kicks as well. As you saw right there. And there you have it. This was a very challenging challenge for me. Now it was hard to do. The problem is, I get so far in the game, usually around the second endurance round, I was losing it because, man, fighting one guy is hard enough on here with to get a flawless victory on very hard, even with this kind of exploit here I'm using. I guess you can call it exploit. But doing it against 2 characters back to back, even tougher. So, yeah, a lot of times I'll get to about endurance round 2, and then I was, I'd be kind of screwed right there. But as you see, this is pretty much what you're going to see the whole time. It's just me getting a certain distance away. They'll throw the projectile, and I'll just jump over it and throw them. Don't try this on the arcade version. It will not work. I'll tell you that right now. There's double flawless right there. Now, Sonya's a little bit different. With her, I tend to... I'll throw her once, usually. And then I tend to just kind of stay away from her and just do a lot more jump kicks. I don't know. I feel like her little rings that she does right there, I feel like they just hit me sometimes when I jump in at her. So overall, I prefer just to kind of throw her once to create that distance and then just keep her away from me with jump kicks and whatnot. But yeah, like I said, just because I get double flawless the whole game through doesn't mean I don't lose a round here and there. That's a good example right here. I get so good against Sonya, and then she just backs me in that corner and hits me with the rings, and I can't even duck it. Obviously, I can't block because it'll take off damage as well. So we'll get her this round though. Oh, and by the way, I should mention, this is being played on actual original hardware and software. Excuse me, guys. So obviously that means I'm using an actual Sega Genesis, an actual 3-button Sega Genesis controller, and the actual original copy cartridge of Mortal Kombat for Sega Genesis. So unlike that Jack Pacific game that was just a emulated version, this is all original hardware. I wish I'd turned on, before I started, I wish I'd turned on the silhouettes going across the moon. That way I get a double flawless. And also, hopefully, get double flawless against Reptile as well. But I didn't think about it until it's too late. Only thing I did in the beginning is that if you go back and look at it, I made sure it was on very hard. And I just turned off the bonus stages. I just don't like messing with the bonus stages, to be honest with you. And I know I could have knocked him off right here, but I'm trying to get the highest score I can. My goal was to get over about 11 or 12 million points. And that's why, every double flawless equals 500,000, and then every fatality equals 100,000. So aside from, playing the actual bonus stages, I was trying to get it the highest score I could, through this game. Now, Raiden's a pain in the ass, guys. I'm not gonna lie. You couldn't tell from that round, but sometimes he gives me trouble. And the issue is, I let him get kind of close to me and try to jump kick me like that right there. But Raiden and Kano's jump kick will hit you a lot of times just because it's just got long range. But sometimes when you jump back away from Raiden, instead of doing that jump kick, he'll just throw his lightning, and at that point it is extremely hard to duck it. And of course, I can't block it either. So luckily, he didn't give me that much trouble this time. But a lot of times, Raiden makes it extremely difficult to get through. And something else he does in the endurance rounds. Sometimes when he's the second person and he comes out, he'll fly into you immediately. He'll do that little Superman dive. Luckily, again, that doesn't happen this playthrough. I don't think. I don't remember that happening at all. So. But yeah, like I said, guys, before, I apologize for not making any videos this last week. I usually have at least 2 or 3 videos every week. I just had a lot of stuff going on. Just busy. Again, being of data 4. Hopefully some of you guys out there understand. He caught me right there. Yep. I have to let him kill me now. Yeah, this little exploit / whatever you want to call it, strategy works pretty good. Now, it works really well on very hard, and I think I actually prefer playing through this on very hard for this kind of challenge, because the the easier difficulty levels, they don't always throw their projectile, and on this one, they almost always throw it after you get to a certain distance and jump over them. That right there. They don't always do that on other difficulty levels. So it's weird to say, but I feel like overall very hard is actually a little bit easier than the other difficulties. Excuse me. When I do my mirror match also sometimes against Kano, you gotta be careful, because it seems like sometimes he'll do his little cannonball like you just saw. I've noticed it when I throw him about 3 times. Every once in a while, when he gets up, he'll do his little cannonball, and it's hard to avoid that without getting hit. Even if you jump back away from him, as soon as he comes out of his cannonball, he might throw his projectile or something, and so it's tough. But as you see here, I don't run into that issue at all. Flawless. So our mirror matches are done. Our mirror match is done. Now we go into the endurance rounds. I do pretty good against these endurance rounds this time. But like I said in the past, sometimes I'll get to about the second or third one and I'll screw it up. So, but I don't think I have any issues. In fact, I don't think I lose a round if I'm not mistaken. I think I get double flawless all the way straight through. From this point on. Nope. On the endurance rounds anyways. I know I don't get a double flawless against Goro. Just thought about that. I mean, not out the gate. I mean, I have to let him beat me around. Still get a double flawless, but I just have to, I screw up one round and have to let him kill me. And then get the other flawless the next round. See, now Sub-Zero's cooperating. Being the first guy earlier, he wouldn't throw his ice as much when he walks towards me like that. But now, since he's, on the endurance round, he will let me do that to him. The little throwing technique. I don't know why I got out of the habit of throwing Sonya. I probably could have just fine, but for some reason, I just prefer to just jump away from her and just throw more jump kicks at her. There you go. Another double flawless. On to our next endurance round. Is this our second one? Yeah, okay. Johnny Cage, easy peasy. Same thing with Scorpion. They're not that bad. But I don't know if you saw it or not, we do have Raiden coming up in the third endurance round. And sometimes he's a pain. But as I already mentioned, I feel like these 3 endurance rounds, I don't run into any trouble this time. Every once in a great while, Scorpion will just keep walking towards you. And you gotta be careful with that. But I like it when he stops. He'll stop when he gets a little close to you and tries to throw his harpoon. Slash spear, whatever you want to call it. I grew up calling it both, so called it harpoon sometimes. I've called it spear sometimes over the years. So, ooh, that was a mess up. Sometimes they'll make you pay for that too. I did a standing high kick right there by accident. I was trying to throw him. Sometimes they'll make you pay for it by literally, like Johnny Cage, for example. Sometimes he does a slide kick immediately after and catches you before you have time to defend yourself. The only kind of defense I have in this particular game is obviously jumping, because I can't take any block damage either. But there you go, double flawless again. Second endurance round. Got one more to go now. And again, as I mentioned before, it does involve Raiden, and he's the one that gets me most of the time as far as when I am unable to finish this as a double flawless playthrough. Most time it's that Raiden fella. See, and right there, sometimes he'll do his little, right when he comes on the screen, sometimes he'll do his little Superman attack, his little dive, and then your whole round is shot. I was very fortunate this time he never did that. Something else that makes this playthrough so satisfying is the fact that when you fight Goro, I almost got caught by that lightning. When you fight Goro, the boss damage is non-existent. It's the same damage as you do these other guys. He doesn't have any, he doesn't take any less damage when you fight him, which is great. And you always start off with the upper hand against Goro. You get to uppercut him if you want. Go. Now, I'm not sure if it gave me the full credit or not, but after I beat Raiden, it gave me the double flawless as well, 500,000. And then right there, it gave me a double flawless. So I didn't really check to see if it gave me the full credit or not, but that'd be kind of cool if it did. It's like it said it twice, so. See, I thought I had him right here, and then boom. And once he blocks, it's hard to get away from him. He'll usually grab you right away or punch you or something without you having a chance. So then I just let him beat me. But the good news is I already got one flawless victory against him right now. Do this trick as well. Just kind of do a early jump kick like that right there. And he'll try to throw his fireball, and you can just uppercut or whatever. And again, the damage to him is just the same as everybody else, which is great. So we got our double flawless against Goro. We got Mr. Shane. Try giving the corner to finish him off. There we go. All right, one more. The only problem is you'll see they get double flawless against him, but the only problem is against Shang Tsung, you don't get the credit for the last round for all the points or anything. You just take him out. That's it. But this guy finished over 12 million, so that's good. See, we don't get an extra 500,000 that round or anything else. So got our kind of generic Kano ending here. It's the same dialogue. It's just the pictures are very... I don't know why they didn't use the arcade pictures for this version. However, if you own the Mortal Kombat Arcade Edition for the Sega Genesis, you will get the actual arcade pictures right there. But there you have it. Clean, double flawless victory. It would have been awesome to play through it without ever getting hit. You know what I mean? Without having to lose a round here and there. But either way, yeah, it was very difficult, but very fun at the same time, getting double flawless all the way through this game. I'm going to take a little bit of a break from doing this kind of playthrough because it's tough. But in the future, I might try on the Super Nintendo. I'm curious if the Sega CD version also will let me fight the characters the exact same way. I'm not sure. But it's, I feel like it probably will, but I haven't tested it to see. If the Sega CD version of the characters fights me the same way, then it'll be just the exact same kind of playthrough. All right, we'll let this finish up, guys. But hey, thanks again for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts altogether, and leave me some comments, leave me some feedback. And if you do like the video, consider subscribing if you haven't done so, or just at least leave me a like. So, anyways, guys, have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take care.